Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 7th October 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. So before generation of these reports, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, you click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. Whichever the tab you see, click on the tab, then you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to the training lessons. Just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist Supply Demand Zone Price Action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You need to scroll down to the bottom of the page to access the first lesson. So starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen our skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So please join at the Telegram channel from the video description, and it will be useful to you each time when we release a new video or any other important updates. We will be providing the updates at our Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. The first report is finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. In this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So those zones can be used for HLQ zone strategy land in lesson 21. Okay, let's start with half-yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. One stock is filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So you need to pause the video. You can study this, all these parameters. You can also draw the zones in the trading view by taking leg in and leg out timestamps. In case if you doesn't know how to understand this report, I request you complete lesson number 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, now let's generate the next report. For half-yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half-yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next, for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Three stocks are filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. Four stocks are filtered. Next, for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next, for next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Let us identify high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. ABB is pierced, so it's not valid. It is pierced. Always look into pierced column. If pierced count is not 0, it's an invalid stock. I mean, it's not valid for trading. Okay, this is Aravindo Pharma. Already we discussed in today's HLQ analysis video. So this is a valid high liquidity zone. Next, we have one more IEX and one more LTF L&T Finance, and also one more, Power Grid. Power Grid is between high liquidity demand zone and high liquidity supply zone. So total we identified 1, 2, 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have identified 4 high liquidity daily demand zones. So next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let us identify daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. First one is NIFTY IT. It is indices, not listed in F&O. Indices is already pierced, so you can't use this. So we don't have any high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 125 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 12 stocks are filtered. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 8 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity demand zones are available. Crompton is PS, so not valid. HDFC AMC is a valid high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone. And Obra Realty is also having high liquidity 75 minutes demand. So we have 2 high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones from this list. Okay, next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity supply zones from this list. Dalmia Bharat is having high liquidity 75 minutes supply zone. And M&M is also high liquidity supply zone. So we have identified 2 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next, for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. Next, for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. 15 stocks are filtered. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. We also identified daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. So the next set of reports are about NIFTY, BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. First, let's start with NIFTY. And starting from the time frame monthly, I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. I'll be giving you only few seconds, so you need to pause the video and after that you have to proceed as I explained earlier. But here always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones. And also look into LTF trend to find the current time frames trend. Here current Time frame is monthly, so it's a monthly trend. And ITF trend, HTF trend, that way you can understand. The rest of the columns are easily you can understand. Okay, next I'm going to, please remember these points for all the reports. So next for Nifty, I'm changing the time frame to weekly and generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Let's start with monthly time frame. Also changing the name to Nifty Bank. That is nothing but Bank Nifty. Generating Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain for a monthly time frame. Next time frame is a weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is a daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 5 minutes, I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So we have completed Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. So the next set of reports are about income trades, bullish and bearish trade setup, income trades for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. Let's start with monthly income trade bullish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily, I am selecting bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count daily time frame, setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not zone pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. And zone achievement should always be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score should be 12 for bullish or bearish trade setup. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. So I am filtering the stocks. So this is the filtered list. Nifty 50 is also supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. So total 24 stocks are filtered. All these 24 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, to increase the probability of getting success, let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. The daily is LTF, lower time frame, that is entry time frame. So it should have ITF confluence, that means weekly zone confluence. So I'm going back in the demand zone confluence, I want to add the filter. So in the demand zone confluence, daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence filter I enabled. Now let me filter. Now the list is come down to 17. Even Nifty 50 is also having ITF confluence. That means daily zone is part of weekly zone. Okay, I'm scrolling the list down. 17 stocks are filtered. All these 17 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Because weekly trend is up always in bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So if weekly EMA confluence is there, it's a further high probability setup. So I'm going back and in the EMA confluence at weekly time frame, I'm setting the filter weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So 12 stocks are filtered. All these 12 stocks are having weekly EMA confluence, and the daily zone is part of the weekly zone, and weekly trend is uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. That is nothing but ITF. Okay, this is ITF based. Next, let us look for LTF, ITF, and HTF. So I am removing this EMA filter because it is specific to ITF based. So now in the demand zone confluence, I am adding 2 more additional filters. Already 1 filter is added, 2 more is required. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone is enabled. Next, daily demand zone is also should be part of the monthly demand zone. That is the daily demand zone confluence with monthly demand zone, and also weekly demand zone confluence with monthly demand zone confluence also enabled with all the 3 filters. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. We got 5 stocks. All these 5 stocks are currently supporting LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means daily zone is part of the weekly, daily and weekly together part of the monthly zone. In all the stocks, monthly trend is uptrend. Because monthly trend is uptrend, if any of these stocks are having monthly EMA confluence, they are high probability setups because the daily zone is part of monthly, weekly zone is also part of monthly. Both daily and together part of the monthly. That's why monthly EMA confluence is there. It is a high probability setup. So I'm going back. So in the EMA confluence, monthly time frame, I'm selecting monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. So these 3 stocks are having a monthly EMA confluence, and daily and weekly together part of the monthly zone. Monthly trend is up. Okay. So this is about bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone is supply zone. Bullish or bearish trade setup. Daily time frame, I am selecting bearish. Daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, at daily time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. So no stocks. Currently we don't have any bearish trade setup monthly income trades. Okay, next setup is a bullish trade setup weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score 12, and all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. 14 stocks are filtered. All these 14 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Okay, now let's verify out of these 14, how many are having ITF demand zone confluence. That means 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. So I'm going back in the demand zone confluence. I'm enabling the filter 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. Now let's verify how many will further filter. 10 stocks. Out of 12, 10 stocks are filtered. All these 10 stocks are having a 75 minute zone is part of the daily demand zone. And the daily trend is uptrend for all these 10 stocks. If any of the daily EMA confluence is there, they are the high probability setup. So let's verify. So in the EMA confluence at a daily time frame, I am checking daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Only one stock is filtered. So this is a high probability setup. But it is already a tested zone, not at a high liquidity zone. Okay. Next. LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So I am removing the EMA filter. Only LTF, ITF confluence we have earlier 10 stocks. Now let us add HTF confluence also. So 2 more filters we need to add. Already 75 with daily is added. Now 75 with weekly demand zone confluence. And the daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence I enabled all the 3 filters. Now let's verify. 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks, they are having LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 75 minutes demand zone is part of daily demand zone. Both together again part of the weekly demand zone. And weekly trend is up in all the 5 stocks. If any of these stocks are having weekly EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So let's verify. In the EMA confluence weekly time frame, I am enabling the filter weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Let's verify. Out of 5, 4 stocks are having weekly EMA confluence. All these 75 together part of the daily, both together again part of the weekly. And weekly zones are having weekly EMA confluence and weekly trend is also uptrend. Okay, next bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone, bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes. I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting 0 minimum value, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum order enhances score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. That means these 4 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. In the EMA confluence, 75 minute zone should be part of the daily zone, not EMA confluence, sorry. Supply zone confluence. 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone, I am enabling the filter. This is ITF confluence. 3 stocks out of 4, 3 stocks are filtered. And all these 3 stocks, the 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone and daily trend is downtrend. Let's verify any of these supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. It is a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, I enable the filter. Let's verify. All the 3 stocks are having daily supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. And in the inside the daily supply zone, we have 75 minute supply zone, that is overlapped. That is what? Supply zone confluence with ITF time frame, that is daily time frame. Okay, now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. How many of these zones? 4 zones, right? Earlier I am removing the EMA filter. Earlier we identified 3 for LTF, ITF, HTF. That is LTF and ITF confluence. Now let us add HTF. For that 2 more filters we need to add. In the supply zone confluence, already we enabled. Daily 75 minute supply zone with daily is already enabled. Now I am adding the filter 75 supply zone confluence with weekly supply zone and also daily supply zone confluence with weekly supply zone. With all the 3 filters, we identified only one stock. That means 75 minutes zone is part of daily, both together again part of the weekly zone. And the weekly trend is sideways, no need to check for EMA confluence, because EMA confluence does not add any additional advantage if the trend is sideways. Okay, next let us look for a bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Daily income trade entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone for bullish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish, and 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the three filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Two stocks are filtered. That means currently only two stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Now let's verify how many of these stocks are having a ITF confluence. The demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence I enabled. Both the stocks are having ITF confluence. Let's check if the 75 minutes demand zone is, because 15 minutes demand zone is part of 75, that is ITF. If any of the 75 minute zone is having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter. This is the one, 75 minutes demand zone, daily EMA confluence. Oh, one stock is filtered, good. This is a high probability setup. Sorry, not demand zone, supply zone. Earlier if I said, oh, sorry. This is a 15 minute. Yeah, it is demand zone confluence, not supply zone. Sorry for my mistake. It is demand zone confluence. This is bullish trade setup. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Without EMA confluence, earlier we got two stocks, right? Yeah. Now let's check how many of these stocks are having even HTF confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, already 15 minutes demand zone, 75 minutes demand zone confluence enabled. Now I am adding 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence, and also 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. With all the three LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we don't get any stocks. So none of the stocks are supporting HTF confluence, only ITF confluence. Two stocks. In that EMA confluence, again one stock. Okay, next bearish trade setup for daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score should be 12. All the three filters are applied to 15 minute supply zone. 14 stocks are filtered. All these 14 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes. Nifty Bank is also currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let's verify out of these 14 how many are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute supply zone should be part of 75 minute supply zone. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone. Filter is enabled. Now let's verify. Oh, 10 stocks. All these 10 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute supply zone is part of the 75 minute supply zone. If any of these supply zones, because all these supply zones, ITF supply zone, 75 is ITF. Downtrend, if any of these 75 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So I'm going back in the EMA confluence, I'm adding the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence, because 15 minutes entry zone is part of the 75 minute supply zone. Oh, 4 stocks are filtered. All these 4 stocks are having currently supporting ITF confluence and also the supply zones are having 75-minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. Okay, now let's look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. So I'm removing the EMA filter. Now without EMA earlier, how many we got? 10 or 12? Okay, 10. Out of these 10, those 10 are having LTF and ITF confluence. Now let's verify. Out of the 10, how many are having even HTF confluence, supply zone confluence? Already we enabled 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone. I am enabling 15-minute supply zone with daily supply zone and also 75-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. Let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. 4 stocks are filtered. In all the 2 stocks are having downtrend, remaining to sideways. In these downtrend stocks, if they are having EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, because they are daily, LTF, ITF, HTF, that is 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily. So all 15-minute zone is part of 75-minute supply zone, both again part of daily supply zone. So that's why in the daily EMA confluence, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, I enabled the filter. Only one stock is filtered, very good. And the stock daily trend is downtrend. So EMA confluence is valid. Moreover, it is a fresh zone and high liquidity zone. If it is having fine-tuned 5-minute zone, definitely you can plan a short trade. Okay, next bullish trade setup for hourly income trade, entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone is entry zone is demand zone for bullish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup 5 minutes I am selecting bullish. The 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and hands score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. So no stocks. Currently there are no bullish trade setup, hourly income trades are available. So let me check once again. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. Zone achievement VOZ, odd and hands score 12. Bullish or bearish trade setup 5 minutes is bullish. Pierced count 5 minutes greater than less than 0, min max. So all the filters are perfect. That means no zones are available. Okay, now let's look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. And this 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and hands score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. So 10 stocks are filtered. That means all these 10 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. That is entry time frame 5 minutes. Let's look for high probability setup. If the 5 minutes supply zones are part of the 15-minute supply zone, that is ITF supply zone confluence. So let me enable the filter in supply zone confluence. 5 minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone confluence I am enabling. Now let's verify. 9 stocks. All these 9 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 5 minute zone is part of the 15-minute zone. And 15 minutes trend is downtrend. Let's check any of these 15-minute supply zones are having EMA confluence, daily EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence at 15 minutes time frame, 15 minute supply zone having daily EMA confluence. I enable the filter. Let's verify. Oh, one stock is filtered. It is a high liquidity supply zone, already tested 3 times. Okay, it's a high probability setup. Next, let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 5 minute supply. First I have to remove this EMA filter. And 5 minute supply zone should be part of 50. Earlier how many we got without only LTF, ITF confluence? 9 we got. Out of these 9, how many are having even HTF confluence? So in the supply zone confluence, already 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone is enabled. Now I am enabling 5-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone confluence, and also 15-minute supply zone confluence with 75-minute supply zone enabled. With all the three filters, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we got 4 stocks. In all these 4 stocks, they are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade, and 5-minute zone is part of 15-minute zone, both together again part of the 75 minutes supply zone. And 2 stocks are having downtrend in the 75 minutes time frame. HTF is 75 now. If any of these 2 stocks are having EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So I'm going back in the EMA confluence, 15 minutes time frame, 75 minutes time frame. The reason is 5 minutes is part of 15, both together again part of 75, HTF confluence. So I'm enabling 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Again Bajaj Finance only filtered and downtrend even in HTF. Okay. So this supply zone is supporting high probability setup. So this is about different income trade, bullish and bearish trade setups. And the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. So these are the daily ATRs. First 17 in the list are indices, that includes all the sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks, but those equity stocks are filtered from F&O category. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.